All praise is due to Allah, who has united the hearts of the believers in Islam and has made it an obligation to remain united, and has made it forbidden to become separated in His clear book. I bear witness that there is nothing worthy of worship except Allah, who guides to the straight path whom He wills, and I bear witness that our leader Muhammad is His messenger and the best caller to the way that is straight. O Allah, send your prayers and your peace upon our leader Muhammad and upon his family and upon his companions, whose hearts were united and whose souls were educated, so that they became victorious leaders. And what follows thereafter, O believers of Allah, I advise you as well as I advise myself, to first have the proper regard for Allah and thereafter be obedient to Him. Dear believers, I greet you with the universal greetings of peace. Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be with you. This week we are looking at the Rabbana that says, "Our Lord, do not join us with the wrongdoing people." This du'a is one where the requester, the one who is saying the Rabbana, is asking their Creator to not put them in association with those who do wrong. And this concept or this idea of wrong is very broad, is very expansive. But the requester does not limit it and say, don't put me among those, or don't join me with those who drink, or don't join me with those who lie, don't join me with those who cheat, those who steal. It's not isolating and saying to not put you with a specific group, to not put them with a specific group of people. It's just saying, do not join me with the wrongdoing people, with anyone who does wrong. And so this can be hard for us at times, because it doesn't isolate and say which type of wrong, but it also doesn't isolate and say which people. So we may have family members, we may have close relatives, close friends that are doing things that we know that we as Muslims should not be engaging in, that we know as Muslims that we should not be doing. And so we're praying to our Creator, do not join me with those wrongdoing people. And some are saying, well, maybe this means to not associate with them, that I need to break off the ties with my family. I need to isolate myself and not visit my family, and not visit my friends. We know that the Quran talks about the ties of kith and kin and maintaining those family ties. But we also understand what is more lasting, and that is the next life. And so that is what we want to achieve. So when it says, do not join me with those wrongdoing people, one, we know there's an understanding that in this life, we are accountable for our actions, and we are accountable for the things that we do. So we don't engage in those things. But the most important thing that this particular ayat, this particular verse addresses is the next life. So we know when you read the Quran, Surah Al-Aʿrāf, or the Heights, there's a conversation that takes place between those who achieved paradise and those who weren't successful. And so here, this du'a comes along and say, oh, our Lord, do not join us with the wrongdoing people. Do not place me outside of your mercy. Do not put me in the hellfire with those who do wrong. So this du'a goes way past this experience in this life. Because sometimes we may engage with our family, we may engage with our friends. But it's these habits that we build. If we begin to do those things that are wrong that they do, and it puts us so far away from the will of our Creator, from the desire from our Creator, then we may join the wrongdoers, those who do wrong. in a place that we don't want to go. أقول هذا أستغفر لي ولكم والحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. O our Lord, do not join us with the wrongdoing people. So I want to go back and visit this idea of our family, our friends, those that we have a close association with being viewed at or like those the wrongdoing people. Now these may be well-meaning people, and maybe they invite you to hang out. They invite you to do these things because they enjoy your company. Not because they want to do you harm, but because the things that they do that are not things Muslims do are appealing to them. They make them happy in the understanding that they have of their life. But we know as Muslims that engaging in these things are not beneficial for us. So we stay away from them. And this is on some instances, these are the small things. But if we continue to engage or we partake in some of these activities, they can grow into more and more and move us further and further away from our Creator. And we know that when we talk about the Day of Judgment, we talk about our good deeds, we talk about our bad deeds, we talk about a scale. So it's not that there's just this one big lump that's dropped right here on this scale. It's incremental. It's deed after deed. It's action after action that begins to tilt, that begins to put the weight on these scales. And sometimes it comes from just spending time with those closest to us, those that we have some kind of a familiar tie to, by spending time with them and engaging in the things that they engage in, because maybe they're not Muslim. Maybe they don't believe in what you believe in. So they don't have the same constraints. They have their own constraints, but maybe they don't apply themselves in that regard. But you know as a Muslim that you have certain things that you can do and that you cannot do. And so this is why when this du'a is made, this request is made, is, oh our Lord, do not join us with the wrongdoing people. It's not saying push your mother away. It's not saying push your father away. It's not saying push your cousins away, your sister away, your brother away, your good friends that you have history with away. Push away those actions, push away those activities. Remove yourself, remove these desires from you to engage in these things. Make you stronger in your faith. Make you a more prepared believer. One who can deal with adversity in any form. Because those who do wrong, they don't cope the same. They don't apply the same intellectual rigor or this basis in faith that you have to follow because of your religion. So they don't engage these things the same. They don't understand these things the same. They don't understand the concepts that you are supposed to live your life by. So it's not just saying don't join me with them, don't put me together with them physically, but don't even make my thinking like theirs. Don't even make my thoughts, my desires like theirs. Do not join me with the wrongdoing people. Don't make me think things that are serious are not serious. Don't make me just push aside these things as though they are trivial. This is what this du'a is about. Oh, our Lord, do not join us with the wrongdoing people. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا إنك السميع العليم إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين لا شريك له بذلك أمرت وأنا من المسلمين الحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.